What is a useless talent you have? Welcome to Reddit Rundown. Today, I will share one of the top posts in Reddit's Ask Reddit page. I have the IT aura. When people have problems with technology and I show up to look at it, the problem goes away without me touching a thing. Update. Thank you for all the updates. I did not expect this post to become so popular. Update 2. WaffleGoat has informed me that there is a word for this phenomenon, and it is called Vorf-Refit, or the demonstration effect. That is awesome, and maybe one day I will be able to pronounce it. I can crow like a rooster. I even won a contest. I crowed for my husband on our first date. I think that's what roped him in, with my cock-calling abilities. My internal clock is so good, I can guess the time very accurately, like within 3 minutes on average. I have a small gap in some back teeth that allows me to make a real strong suction with my tongue to the top of my mouth and make this loud hollow pop. When I click it off, that sounds really similar to a bone popping. I can move each of my toes individually. Taught myself when I was a bored kid who didn't want a nap. A little bit different, but similar. I have a mutant power. When I was getting blood work done, my doctor noticed elevated liver enzymes and had me checked for a couple of diseases and then had me checked for a mutation. When all of the diseases came back negative, it turns out that I have a mutation that makes me more vulnerable to liver damage from things like alcohol, acetaminophen, or paracetamol, etc. I am not too worried since I don't drink much and I'm aware of the vulnerability, so I'm careful with anything that could cause liver damage. But I do think it's funny that my mutant power is liver failure, but I can only target myself and not villains. If I'm obsessed with something, for a short period of time I do that without breaks. I watched Supernatural series 15 seasons in under a month. I read 10 novels this January and 0 novels in February and March. I read my whole textbook in one day, etc. When speaking to someone in person for the first time, have the ability to immediately determine if they are the eldest, youngest, middle, or only. I've literally never been wrong, and it weirds everyone out, including me. The freakiest time was a few years ago. I was talking to a girl I met a few days prior, and I couldn't quite work her out. Then I realized she was a twin, so I said, "Are you a twin?" And she literally stopped dead in her tracks, looked at me with a furrowed brow and said, "Yes, but she died in the womb." So weird. I can transform any queue, no matter the apparent length, into the slowest queue imaginable. As soon as I get in line, someone's credit card doesn't work, or they need a price check, or have an inconveniently timed medical emergency. I can fart in multiple octaves. I can piss in my dreams without pissing myself in real life. I'm genetically unable to get brain freeze. I can chug an entire slushie without consequence. I can cross one eyeball. My mom taught me how to do it. Her college roommate taught her as a way to scare off guys who would hit on them at bars. Ahaha. I can make my eyes vibrate back and forth really fast. Fast enough that it will not show up on camera unless I film it in slow-mo. I've discovered I can't explain how I do it. I just can. It's completely useless. Blurring my vision apparently isn't common. A 53-year-old male can yell ridiculously loud. I'm not sure how or why, but I have this ability to yell really loud. Been able to since childhood. In high school at pep rally assemblies, everyone could hear me over everyone else when they would have everyone scream out of 300 students. I was at a Neen concert, yelling the lyrics to a song pretty close to the speakers, and a group of people turned around to see who was making such an awful racket. It was me. I don't have a deep voice, just straight up decibels. Even my normal speaking voice is loud. It's very difficult sometimes because people think I'm pissed when I'm just speaking normally. Moving just my ears on command. Reddit commenting. I can ejaculate pretty far, but it's for absolutely no use, and I have to avoid getting hit in the face. This is oddly specific, but if someone plays a song I know for me, continues to listen without me hearing it, I can normally jump back and perfectly in line with the lyrics later in the song. Living and breathing air. I poop in one long continuous piece that coils around in the toilet. If I know a person's truths and have spent some time with them, I can emulate their way of thinking. It's useless because all I ever gotten out of it is, sometimes I feel like you are the only one that understands me. I'm pretty good at throwing small solid foods like grapes or popcorn into air and catching them in my mouth mid-air. I can do this with slightly bigger food like boiled chicken eggs too. I can make my birthmark disappear by flexing my hand in a certain way. When people start speaking, I know from the start where the story is going, what the person wants to say, and how he or she thinks while speaking. I can gleek on command. I can flip objects in my hand and catch them without looking due to a phone tossing habit when I was like 16. Guessing how someone looks from a phone conversation. I'm pretty accurate, 90% success rate. I can lick my elbow. I can run on all fours. I can make loads of noises and make impressions. They're all pretty useless. Sometimes I'll get a very random and unprovoked sense something is about to happen, and a few seconds later it'll happen. Things like there's about to be a car crash, my mother is about to call me, the person in front of me is about to trip, etc. etc. But it's happened a lot of times throughout my life. When I was younger I liked to think it was a budding ability to predict the future. Now that I'm older, I think it's both luck and me unknowingly being hypersensitized to my surroundings. Edited to be a little clearer. Catching quarters off my elbow, saw it as a kid on Happy Days, and thought it was my ticket to greatness. Can catch about 25 or so, either arm, eyes closed. After 20 years, it did become a kid pleaser though. I can identify most iPhones just by sight, at a large distance. I used to work for Apple and then Asurion doing phone repair. It just came with the territory. This is Reddit Rundown. If you are new here, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Thanks for watching.